Good day everyone, I am Juliet Castañares. Today I will be discussing the modern philosophers who have significantly contributed to our understanding of ethics and contemporary society. First is John Rawls, is an American political and ethical philosopher best known for his defense of egalitarian liberalism and his major work, A Theory of Justice. In Theory of Justice, Rawls defends a conception of justice as fairness. He holds that an adequate account of justice cannot be derived from utilitarianism because that doctrine is consistent with intuitively undesirable forms of government in which greater happiness of a majority is achieved by neglecting the rights and interests of a minority. Reviving the notion of a social contract, Rawls argues that justice consists of the basic principles of government that free and rational individuals would agree to a hypothetical situation of perfect equality. Next is Martha Nussbaum, is one of the most renowned and respected philosophers living today. She is the current Ernst Freud Distinguished Service Professor of Law and Ethics at the University of Chicago, where she is jointly appointed in the Law School and the Philosophy Department. She has a particular interest in ancient Greek and Roman philosophy, political philosophy, feminism, and ethics, including animal rights. Next is Peter Singer, is an Australian philosopher and animal rights advocate. His 1975 book Animal Liberation helped popularize the animal rights movement. Singer argued that beings are deserving of moral consideration by virtue of their capacity to feel pleasure and pain, not on the basis of their sex, race, abilities, or species. To think otherwise is to endorse a prejudice. Speciesism that is no different from racism or sexism, since the use of animals for food and in scientific research produces great suffering for animals but generally only small benefits for humans. These practices are almost always immoral according to the utilitarianism Singer advocates. Immanuel Kant is a German philosopher whose comprehensive and systematic work in epistemology, the theory of knowledge, ethics, and aesthetics greatly influenced all subsequent philosophy, especially the various schools of Kantianism and idealism. Kant was one of the foremost thinkers of the Enlightenment and arguably one of the greatest philosophers of all time. In him were subsumed new trends that had begun with the rationalism, stressing reason of René Descartes, and the empiricism, stressing experience of Francis Bacon. He thus inaugurated a new era in the development of philosophical thought. Last one is David Hume, is a Scottish philosopher, historian, economist, and essayist, known especially for his philosophical empiricisms and skepticisms. Hume conceived of philosophy as the inductive experimental science of human nature. taking the scientific method of English, physics, Sir Isaac Newton as his model and building on the epistemology of the English philosopher John Locke, whom tried to describe how the mind works in acquiring what is called knowledge. He concluded that no theory of reality is possible. There can be no knowledge of anything beyond experience, despite the enduring impact of his theory of knowledge, whom seems to have considered himself chiefly as a moralist.